Losing weight with a rebounder, weight loss and rebounding, using the rebounder to lose weight, all of the different ways that people are searching for how to get in shape using a rebounder. A rebounder is just a mini trampoline. And in this video, I want to talk to you about your expectations as you start or are considering rebounding for your weight loss journey. If you have extra pounds to lose, if you even want to just strengthen, tone up, get in shape, the rebounder is a great option for you. And today I am bouncing in what I call the gentle bounce, meaning all the moves I'm doing have resistance built right into them because I am pushing, see that? Pushing into the trampoline mat itself. And that gives me resistance back into my body. And we know from if you've done any strength training, weight training, resistance is great because that adds force against your muscles and into the cellular level. So you can break down, restore, rebuild muscle and get stronger. So we want to have resistance even in our lives. When we come up against things that are challenging and it creates resistance, we might get fussy and we might be like, oh, why? But it is the resistance that helps us grow stronger. So we want to get stronger. With that in mind, I want you to consider what expectations are you bringing to rebounding when it comes to working out? If you think rebounding is going to be the magic solution to get rid of the weight and just solve your problems and be stronger and all the things, I want to be the first to tell you, it's wonderful. It's great, but it's not the magic solution. The magic solution is inside of you. And that begins with how you think. And how you think, how you approach, how you then take action because of what you're thinking is what is going to result in the changes that you have. So let's break this down. If you hold on to a thought that it is hard to lose weight, and I know this thought, I felt this thought very strongly. I had all the evidence, years and years and years of evidence why this was true for my body. So if I think it is hard to lose weight, how do you think I'm going to feel when I start to take any kind of an action? Do you think I'm going to feel invigorated and excited and hopeful and be anticipating the best? Or do you think that as I'm working out, as I'm trying a new nutrition plan, as I'm tracking my results, do you think I'm going to be expecting good things to happen? No, because I think it's going to be hard to lose weight. Thus, I'm going to create the results because that's what I'm expecting to see. I'm going to create the results that it is a challenge. Then I'm going to validate and prove that to myself. And the reason this happens is because our brains are hardwired that if we give it a thought to believe and we hold on to that thought, that becomes a belief. And if we believe something, our whole body works to find and show us the evidence of how that is true. So even if you were making progress in some way, it's still going to show you, yeah, but look how hard you had to do that. Or look what it took. Do you really have the effort to sustain that? And I have evidence of that too, because I did 75 hard, whereas where you work out 75 days in a row, you have to do 2 45-minute workouts a day. One of them must be outside. And that was before I had rebounding. But I picked high intensity workouts and I was really challenging myself and pushing myself, putting in that total hour and a half of workout routines to get the results that I was seeing. And the first time I did 75 hard, I did lose weight. And I lost it was over 20 pounds. And so I was pretty supercharged about it. But because I still had that belief that losing weight was hard, I really think that I made 75 harder than it needed to be. And sustaining that long term became hard in my mind. And I was back to, well, see, it's just so hard to lose weight. And look what it's going to take out of me. And look what's responsible here. And you see what I mean? I kept having all these stories that came into play about what it was going to take to lose the weight. And once again, that was before rebounding. That was before I could see how I could strength train in a way that was pleasant, low impact, didn't have to hurt and attack my body. Like, I was choosing activities that I was being very aggressive, coming at my body in a very, just aggressive way. So I always want you to think that any tool that you start, it can work. I do a lot of marketing in my career, and people will say, that method just doesn't work. But friend, every method works. It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to work for you. And there are a lot of reasons something, whether it's a marketing method, a business growth method, a weight loss method, an exercise method, parenting method, marriage tip, whatever it is, the reason it can work for somebody and not work for you oftentimes comes back to what you are thinking and then how you approach it. So can you lose weight using a rebounder? Absolutely. And for those of you who've been following along and watching my channel for some time, I haven't had this black shirt on in a while. And I slipped it on today and I said, hey, it actually slipped on and it came down a little bit better. And so if you remember seeing me in the shirt before, it was a little bit more fitted. So I want to keep wearing some of the same outfits so visually you can see it and physically I can feel it, the difference that is happening in my body. And a big part of that is because I've added rebounding to my daily routine. And so I'm over here getting my cardio in as well as strength training because this is creating the resistance and this is helping me to tone up my lower body especially, but because I move my arms a lot, I get some upper body workout in there too. Now, I do other things, which I talk about in yesterday's video. So what I want you to look at is that if you're looking to lose weight using a rebounder, I think it's amazing. I think there are a lot of great ways that you can rebound and have fun with it and make the most of it to help you in your journey. But I want you to think about what you are thinking about up here. I want you to think about how you are feeling inside of yourself. If you're not a big journaler, at least just talk it out. And, get your thoughts out. Talk about how you think about losing weight, what you think this journey is going to feel like. What expectations are you having towards losing weight? Because this is going to impact how you are showing up, how you feel about yourself, and ultimately the results that you are going to get on Rebounder. So the number one thing that you can do to supercharge your weight loss efforts is to start looking at how you're thinking and what expectations you take in to your weight loss journey. If you need help with any of that, you can get my free ebook, Create the Results That You Want, I think is what the title is. You can get that free ebook in the description, or you can reach out to me about coaching, and so we can clean up your thoughts. Because friend, I lived for many, many years with really negative thoughts about myself, about my body, and what it could do. And believing that my body was working against me, that it didn't want to lose the weight, that I just really wanted to put me in conflict with my body. And it really didn't matter what I did or what I ate. I kept having negative results and kept gaining the weight that I didn't want to have. But because I believed it wasn't going to go away, it was just so hard. It was a struggle. Those thoughts kept me paralyzed, kept me stuck, and I wasn't making the progress I wanted. So I want to save you from that so you don't have to go down that road. You don't have to keep struggling. All right, friend. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. Whether this felt quick for you and was just a small part of your overall routine, or this was a challenge to get up here to 11 minutes. Kudos to you for keeping at it, for working out, for doing it. Don't put yourself in a comparison bubble. Don't judge yourself. Move where you're at. Do what you can do, and you will get there. slow and steady, so finishes the race. Happy bouncing, friend, and I will talk to you tomorrow.